Hello Aries, and welcome to your reading today. I hope you're all doing really well as always. We're going to get straight into your reading. Let's see what messages Spirit have for you today. By the way, I do want to apologise for the fact that the cards clash with my cardigan. I just felt bright and, colourful for your reading today, Aries. So let's get started. Spirit, we're with Aries, please. Aries energy, please. Aries energy. We have seek an expert. We have just laugh. Oop. Some jumpy cards. We have lend a hand. And have fun. Wow. Clean up your mess on the bottom of the deck, Aries. Interesting. Pisces had a lot of emphasis on having fun in their reading, so the energy is evidently about and evidently lingering. You also have just laugh, which is lovely. Aries, is there something that you need some advice about? Yes, this card says seek an expert. It doesn't have to be an expert. For some of you, it may be. There may be some sort of legal matter going on, or they just said conveyancing. So some of you may be buying a property of some description. Yeah, especially since we have a house in the background. Interesting. So there may be some of you that are doing that sort of an arrangement where you need an expert to do that part of the job. For others of you, weirdly, they've just shown me a picture of a gas cooker. What's that about? Some of you having problems with your gas cooker? Are you seeking an expert to come in and sort it out for you? I don't know. It can be an expert of any type, or just somebody offering advice, guidance, or doing a job that you're not able to do yourself. Maybe something that you can't find your way through, for example, somebody you just may need to talk things through with. Spirit is saying, they've just said don't sweat the small stuff, because this situation, I don't feel it's a really heavy situation. I just think it's something else that you're having to deal with. So Spirit said don't get bogged down in that sort of energy where you feel like there's constantly things going wrong, or there's constantly calls on your time. I mean, yes, there may well be, I meant to say, there may be, you may be a very busy person, but they're saying, you know what, Aries, just laugh it off. We all go through these cycles in life where it seems like nothing goes right for a while, but they're saying it's important that you just sort of, let it pass. Remember to have some fun. You've got just laugh and have fun in your reading. So it feels like things maybe have been getting you down a bit, Aries. As I say, I don't think it's one major thing that has happened or is happening as we speak. I just feel that it's, as I said, a demand on your time, a pull on your time that is just beginning to get to you a bit. But Spirit is saying, just let it pass. It's not a problem. There are going to be people around that will help you. If there are things that you need to call somebody in for, you're not going to have difficulty finding them. Sometimes I read this card the other way, and sometimes this is a message about you helping others. But I do feel that because I picked up this energy of feeling a bit... just a bit fed up, Aries, with the way things are at the moment. If you have got a lot of things that's sort of pulling on your time, I feel that this is your energy here, where you just need a help to get across this bridge. Let it pass. Just let you get to the other side of the bridge, and then you can really begin to have fun. Very interesting reading for you, Aries, because yeah, I mean, it will mean different things to all of you. Obviously, it's a general reading, but it's a very clear message here about lifting your vibration, lifting your energy, On the bottom of the deck, we did have clean up your mess. I do feel that's what you're already doing. It's interesting that it came up on the bottom of the deck. I don't feel you've got a particular mess, Aries. I just get the feeling they keep showing me like a deck of cards falling, or like dominoes, you know, they're showing me cards, but it's the same sort of thing. You know, when people line up dominoes and then push the end one and they all go do, 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 and, you know, they all fall down. The energy I'm picking up from this is that, you know, this is how you're feeling. You're feeling like you can't keep the cards or the dominoes standing, you know, but you can. And, you know, it says clean up your mess. It isn't a big mess. It's just that there's been a number of small things that have made you feel like everything's going wrong. So what I love about it is underneath this card on the bottom of the deck, it says just sing. And that is the message Spirit are giving you with, you know, yes, okay, you've got stuff to deal with. You may need some help to deal with some of those things. You've got people around you willing to support you. But at the bottom bottom of it all, I was going to say, but you know what I mean? You've got this message from Spirit about just lighten the load a bit. It's about attitude. It's about your state of mind. It's about how you choose to look at these inconveniences that are happening to you, Aries. You'll get through this. You really will. Let's get some tarot and see what else we have. 7 of Wands. You're going to find it very challenging. I think you're already in this energy, or it may have been in the recent past, but it has been challenging. You see all these wands here. The guy's trying to hold on to his wand, but there's lots of other wands coming at him. And that is the energy I was just describing, where it feels like you just feel like you can't get a break. But Spirit are saying you already have the break. It's about the way you're looking at it. It's about the way you're perceiving things. Look at this. This is a rest after a difficult time. So, you know, you may need some time to sort of get over this little period of time where everything feels like it's perhaps going wrong. Time for you to rest, recuperate, just laugh and just say, well, do you know what? These things happen in life, and thankfully I'm coming out of it, because you are coming out of it. I feel it. There's healing here as well. You may have to have taken some of these steps, whatever it means for you. Say if it was something that needed fixing on your house. I'm picking up very strong house energy. So if there's something like a renovation or planning permission, perhaps you've needed for a property, or just some repairs to a property, it feels like other people are setting the rules. I was trying to figure out the best way to word that. Other people are sort of setting the rules on what you need to fix and what you don't. So for example, if it was something like planning permission, if you're trying to build an extension, for example, or something of that type, you've got to wait for this authority to say, yes, you can, or no, you can't. So maybe you're having to chase them up a bit. Maybe you've had to get a solicitor involved to try and get some answers. You know, something of that type. The Hierophant, yes, they bring healing energy. So this situation will be healed. But they also stand for tradition, but structure as well. So anything like a government organisation or a housing association, or, I mean, obviously it depends where you live as to what you have in your area, but like a council, something like that, an official body that has some input here somewhere. Do let me know if that resonates with you. As I say, it will be different for all of you, but there's something about having to wait for decisions from others, or being instructed by an official body to do this particular work, or to sort out this particular issue, whatever it is for you. Oh my goodness, Spirit, really, I dropped all the cards. What is that about? Thank you. Yeah, heartbreak. It's caused you a lot of stress. And that's why, as I say, you've needed people around you to give you a hand. If you're feeling very down about a situation, Aries, know that, you have got these people that are just willing to be around you, give you some comfort, say the right words. Equally, if you're under pressure from some sort of organization, remember, yes, it's causing you heartbreak, it's causing you stress, but there are people around you that will make you feel a whole lot better, because you have got people in your corner. If you don't recognize that yet, Aries, if those people haven't stepped forward, maybe you need to share with them that you're struggling with this issue, and that will encourage them to move forward. I've got you in Knight of Wands energy, though. I do feel this is your energy. Yeah, I do think your Knight of Wands is very much a sort of, it's not a consistent energy. Knight of Wands loves an adventure, and Spirit is saying, in this instance, this is, as I said, I feel this is your energy. They're encouraging you to have fun rather than let this situation get to you, Aries. They want you to treat it as an adventure. Laugh it off, know you're going to get through it, know you have people around you that care about you. Bring some fun back into the equation. Doesn't mean it's not going to be dealt with if you laugh about it, but know that, it's not going to do you any good by focusing on what's frustrating with this situation, because I do feel some of you are frustrated. And that's pulling your mood down. Spirit is saying we want you back into the adventurous Aries frame of mind. Rather than being conflicted, because, yeah, Five of Swords. Five of Swords is an interesting one, because if we see in this particular card, this knight, he looks like a knight, doesn't he? He's not a knight. But this person has been to battle, and they've won the battle. They've gathered all the swords. They've got people in the background looking injured and forlorn, to be honest, which isn't very pleasant, but they've won the battle. And Spirit is saying, sometimes, yeah, you will win this battle. It will go your way. That's why they don't want you to worry about it so much. But they said, don't let the thought of having to win pull you down. Bring some lightness and some energy into this that sort of makes you feel better. Otherwise, it's not going to be good for your physical health or your mental health. While you're telling Aries to, oh, they've given me a card already. Four of Cups, yeah. Okay. They said, see this as an opportunity for growth. Whatever this is going to be sorted out, and it's going to be over. You've got the choice of looking at the negative or looking at the positive. So yes, it may have been frustrating to have to deal with this situation, but look at it as an opportunity to move forward. Look at it as, okay, this had to be dealt with. Yes, it was stressful, but actually, I'm ready for pastures new. I'm ready to do something new. This has been sorted out, so now I can build my extension to my house. It's looking again at the positive and not at the negative. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, here we go. Page of Swords. Yeah. There's I think other people are watching to see what's going to happen in this situation as well. And this may be the friends that are around you, that you've been talking to about this situation. I think they may be watching just to see how you are, just to see, what's going to happen. There's also pages or messengers in the tarot deck. And I do feel that a message is going to bring some clarity to this situation. So you may be waiting for some feedback, as we said, from an organisation. There may be an email, could be a phone call, but I do feel it's in written format. Could be a letter even. But I do feel that you're going to get some sort of green light, some sort of go ahead, some sort of approval via a message of some sort. And it'll be a fair outcome. We have the Temperance card. You know, Temperance brings balance. We see here a hot goblet. We see a cold goblet. It brings balance. So I do think there's going to be a fair outcome to whatever this situation is for you. That's a really interesting reading. We're going to pull some Moonology just to pull it together. But that's a really interesting reading for you today, Aries, because it's very specific, and I have picked up your feelings of frustration. If you're not feeling that at the moment, or things are going okay in your life, then this reading maybe wasn't for you today, but do check out my others. Aries, time to step into your power. Don't let this situation bring you down, because actually it's really not, I don't get the feeling it's a life and death situation. It's just something that's frustrating you, I think. Look at this. Relax. Yeah. This is why they're saying have some fun. Just laugh. Try and bring this balance in that, you know, this isn't an all-consuming issue. It may feel like it, but it really isn't. Which one, Spirit? Are you doing both? Yeah, look, believe in your good luck. Aries, it's so important for you to focus on a positive outcome here. We know that it's coming. We know that the outcome will be fair. We know that it will be over soon. We know that it will be dealt with. So, you know, believe that things will work out in your favour, because the cards are indicating that that is going to be the case. And, you know, Spirit are just asking you to be humble. If you have got people helping you, or you have got an expert that manages to move this on quickly for you, then it's really important to be thankful for their input and to appreciate the balance that they've brought into this situation. Very interesting. On the bottom of the deck, and I feel you need to see this, Aries, it says, trust that all will be well. Wow. That came out for one of the other signs that I did today as well. So, you know, Spirit are being very reassuring with their messages again today. Beautiful. I hope that helped some of you. It did feel kind of specific, but, you know, if you're dealing with a tricky situation and you want to share that in the comments, by all means do so. In the meantime, if you'd like a personal reading regarding any situation you're dealing with, do check out my Buy Me a Coffee page, which is either by clicking the QR code if you're on a big screen, or if you're on your mobile. All the details are in the description box below. Just remember, when you get into the Buy Me Coffee page, just to click on the shop tab, and it will show you all the readings available. In the meantime, if you could like and subscribe if you enjoyed the reading, then that would really help me. So thank you so much for watching, Aries, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. Bye for now.